wonderful.
Just want to have a quick chat about what we've done on this Mark 7.5 Golf R. Now this hasn't had a huge amount of work done to it, but we have got really good results out of it. So this car is now producing in excess of 550 horsepower. And I just want to explain to you guys exactly what we've done to this car to get it to that point. So this car originally, the first time we saw it, it had basic modifications, intercooler, a Revo intake, and just basically a turbo back exhaust system with a sports cat. We basically did our stage 2 calibration on it, got it to just over 400 horsepower, 405 I think it was, which again, that's pretty fast for a Golf, but this customer wanted to go next level with things. So the first thing we did is the turbo, and I'll explain why we went for the turbo we went for, and just show you guys some data logs and explain really why we went for that turbo. But the turbo we went for is the TTE555 turbo. It's the biggest hybrid turbo they do for this platform, and it basically lived up to its name. It did a really good job. We're super impressed with it. It made 557 horsepower on that last run we did, so it's bang on, and it's capable of holding sort of 2.2 to 2.3 bar. You know, quite, I wouldn't say easily, but it does it, you know, relatively easily in the higher RPM. So yeah, so that was the first modification, the most important modification we've done to it. The next thing was fueling. So we noticed at 470-ish sort of horsepower range, we ran out of high pressure fueling capacity. So we were getting up past sort of 5,000 RPM and noticing that the rail pressure was dropping quite a way below target. So Autotech high pressure fuel pump internals, which again, pretty basic modification. And now we've raised the rail pressure up to 230 bar just to help get a bit more fuel into the engine and kind of reduce that injection opening time. So we've also we've done 5 bar map sensor conversions on the map sensor and the T map in the boost pipe work. The reason for that is obviously the standard sensors go up to 3 bar, so 2 bar of boost including atmospheric, and we made about 480 horsepower at 1.95 bar. But you know, we need to make full use of this turbo, so 5 bar map sensors, and you know, that is actually about it on the engine side of things. There's really not a lot done to it. It's obviously stock internals, it's stock inlet manifold. Yeah, the boost pipe work, even the boost pipe work from the compressor outlet to the kind of intercooler is mostly stock. Scarily, it's still a fairly small diameter plastic pipe, so that's actually performing really well. No boost pipes are blown off or anything like that. So we'll head over to the PC now. Okay, so a very quick explanation into why you need to go for a hybrid turbo like the TTE555 to make this kind of power. Now what I've got up on the screen here is a log of this car on our stage 2 calibration with the standard turbo. Now, as we can see, we've got the red line here, which is RPM, so this is through a dyno pull. The yellow line here is actual boost pressure, and then the sort of grey purple line there is target boost. Now the thing up here, so if we take an RPM reference there, let's say 6,500 RPM, so pretty close to the rev limiter there. So we are asking for 1.65 bar, and it's only giving us 1.54. So at that RPM range, basically the turbo has gone past its efficiency range really, and it's not able to generate that sort of boost pressure in the higher RPM. But if we skip to the log where we are at now, so now we are requesting at 6,500 RPM, just over 2.2 bar boost, so big increase in boost pressure, and it is making pretty much bang on 2.2 bar. So with that kind of turbocharger, we're just not able to generate that amount of power. Let's have a look at the dyno graph and see exactly what the curve looks like and what it made. Okay, so over here to our dyno graph. So as you can see, really, really good figures, 557 horsepower, 644 newton meters of torque. You can see the torque curve is very flat, which we're happy with. We've not exceeded 650 newton meters, so the gearbox and the clutch with our upgraded transmission tune is able to cope with the torque. Can also see we've not actually revved it over stock rev limiter. There is definitely more to come from the engine from revving it a bit harder, but we figured we're already pushing the engine pretty hard. We've reached the power target the customer wanted. There's not really any point in running the engine past sort of 6,600 RPM like we are. So yeah, that's going to be one quick hatchback.